It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Today, it's the home opener for this new season between the Washington Nationals and the New York Mets. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to another edition of Baseball on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Just like any team, pitching is going to be a key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but if they can pitch like they can, I think this team is going to be pretty successful.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Getting close to first pitch here. Let's listen in to public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2019 New York Mets.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men who'll get the starting assignment here in this home opener. And here's how the Nats line up in this one. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one. Okay, here's how the Mets are lining up defensively. And let's take a look at the guy behind the dish, and that's Francisco Cervelli, one of the best ball framers in all our sport, a guy who's going to make his pitcher work for everything today.
Now to the plate, Ozzie Smith. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for Washington, the shortstop, Ozzie Smith.
Special moments throughout the course of the season where everyone kind of looks around the clubhouse and takes stock. 6 in a row, you have a chance to rattle off a 7. You start saying, hey, maybe something special is going to happen this summer.
That accepted.
And that'll bring up the former top prospect Harrison Bader, and he has not gotten off.
Reason for him to get overly aggressive if he's not getting anything to handle.
And he takes ball 4, so he's on, and as you know, that often means the steal could be in order here.
And that's the beauty of having a guy in the 2-hole like him. He's almost like another leadoff hitter, working a walk with just 1 out, and I think there's a good chance that he's going to be on the move at some point.
Stepping up now, Miguel Cabrera. Here it comes, 0-2. And now a slider in there for a called 3rd strike, and there are 2 gone now.
That's what you call clipping the outside corner. Great movement on that slider, and it completely locked up the hitter. Didn't fool the umpire, though. And taking to give the guy at first a chance to run.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1 left for Washington. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Mark DeRosa, what's the key to them starting out 1-0 here at home?
Well, Matty, you look at this lineup, the key to success is scoring early. putting the other team on their heels and allowing their own pitcher to go out there and feel like he can execute his game plan and attack and stay in the zone. This offense needs to get on the board.
A.J. Burnett gets the ball for Washington in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, every team needs a pitcher like this one here. His numbers aren't going to blow you away. Career ERA just under 4. But one thing he does, he takes the ball every 5 days, throws strikes, and gives his team a chance to win every single time he goes out there. He'll be fun to watch in this one here today.
Time for a look at the Curly W on D. And I'd like to focus on Salvador Perez, the man who dons the tools of ignorance behind the dish. He's a clubhouse leader. He's one of the best pitch framers in the game. He's like a soft blanket back there for this pitching staff.
Striding into the box, Andrelton Simmons. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
And this team should right itself, and it needs to start today.
Hit on the ground out to short. Smith is up with it. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away. So one away here with the bases empty, and that brings up the former Gold Glover Josh Reddick. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. And he pops him up, drifting toward the left side of the infield. And there's out number 2.
Batting third.
Next for the Mets, Ken Griffey Jr. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first.
Junior.
Home. Bounce it to the left side, scooped up. Off balance throw, gets him. Nice play there as the side is retired. An inning in the books, scoreless on MLB Network. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second with a punch out, one away.
Big curveball for the strikeout there, and that came after an absolute missile of a fastball. Even if you recognize the breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to
coming to get him some.
And this is swung on and missed, his 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Ozzie Smith.
Into the box, Ozzie Smith. Smart play, as that would have been a base hit if it had come back. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Reddick has a read on it, and the inning is over. Nationals gone in order. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with Mickey Callaway, the Mets skipper, about his lineup's performance so far. And he told me, overall, he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
All right, thanks, Heidi.
Situation, you need to be aggressive and sit hard at the plate.
Oh, and there's a drive to deep left center. You can pretty much forget about this one. This is way out of here. Chris Bryant leaves the yard with a solo shot. Home run number 5 on the year, and the Mets are on the board first, 1-0.
Wow, talk about a guy getting hot, right? Hits a bomb, hit one yesterday. Usually when he gets hot, he starts to hit them in bunches, and this could be the beginning of a very, very good hot streak.
Miguel Cabrera, he'll start the seventh, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swing.
The 3-1. Hit to third. On to first, and a big out to start the seventh. One gone. Next will be the cleanup. A bouncer to the left side. Throw gets him. 2 down. And now for Washington, Jonathan Schoop. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Lay off him. Might have bought himself a fastball in this situation.
Line drive to center field. Griffey Jr. will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They trail this one 1-0. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And he makes the throw to first. Reddick is retired, and there's one away.
The center fielder, number 24.
Ready for another shot. Line, but speared on a hop. Throw on to first for the out, and Burnett's looking at a 1-2-3 inning here. Chris Bryant will stand in again as we take it back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. The 0-2 once more. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Mets go down 1-2-3, but they hold a 1-0 lead. To third. And this is going to find its way into left for a base hit, and the leadoff man's aboard to start the 8th.
We take a look at the numbers up to this point. You see he's only given up 2 hits so far today, so he's been hitting his spots all game long. Remains to be seen if he can keep that short. And that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Drilled on the ground to short. Barehanded for one. Back to first, and a costly at-bat there as the possible tying run is erased on the double play. Final line there for the Mets starting pitcher, and he'll be very happy with how the day went.
Yeah, he looked really dialed in from start to finish. This is the kind of outing you hope for every time you go out there. So I think he'll feel pretty good about the effort he put forth in this one.
Check takes the mound now, and it appears he's being brought in to face the right-handed batter who waits next.
Yeah, you usually don't hear the term righty specialist very often, but that's kind of how they're using him here, Matt. Most hitters have a harder time against pitchers of the same handedness, so we'll see if this move.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Nationals go quietly. They're down 1-0. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Liner in there for a base hit.
Hey, guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up, and he was able to put good wood on it.
First pitch of the at-bat. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Calling for it, Bader. And the inning is over. Mets strand 1, but they're on top 1-0. Luke Voigt will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
For Washington, Number 45.
Aaron O'Day comes on from the pen, hoping to finish
Number
this one
56.
off here in the top of the ninth.
Aaron O'Day.
That's created by the pitchers before you, or sometimes you even have some mess that you put on yourself. Hey, regardless if it's a mess that he's inherited or one that he's created for himself, this guy makes good pitches when it
Pulled toward right center field. On the move is Reddick, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. He hit the corner and tries for third. The relay throw, and he'll make it to third safely, so your tying run is 90 feet away with only one gone.
Well, we've been waiting for an opportunity like this since the game started. One out, and our first run is 90 feet away. The challenge now is to get him home.
So there's ball 4. And it wouldn't surprise me a bit to see the next guy get 4 wide ones as well.
And you can tell by his body language that he's beyond frustrated by that call. He's got to be wondering what he's got to do, but the last thing he needs to do is to let it get under his skin. That will only make things worse.
In now, Miguel Cabrera. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Takes this the other way to right. And despite being down 0-2, he delivers anyway with a big base hit.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time. Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen, and I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sinking cut. That
Soft liner to the right side, but this is speared by the first baseman, and he is back safely at first, and that was almost trouble.
Now that
Big spot here. First and second, 2 men gone.
See guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. So not a good turn of events for this home crowd, as now their 9th inning lead has evaporated. A tie game headed to the last of the 9th. The Mets looking to celebrate in Queens. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
if you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
Sent out to straightaway center field. Bader is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Down in order go the Mets. Score remains deadlocked at 1. This is his 12th season in the big league, so he's put together a really nice career to this point.
Yeah, Matty, you ain't kidding right there. 10 years, we refer to that in the biz as hitting full pension.
Standing in, Kyle Schwarber. He was a double play victim last time around. He struck him out the third time he's fanned in the game.
What I like about that strikeout, guys, is that he came back with a fastball on 2-2. He was heading to count 0-2 earlier, but instead of continuing to nibble a little bit, he decided.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Chopped on the ground to first. Rizzo comes up with it, and the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Nationals gone in order, still tied 1 apiece. And possibly an interesting development here. It's a leadoff walk to begin the frame in extra innings.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
So digging in now, Scooter Gennett. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Here's the first pitch. shot toward right center. And he might have done it. Can they score that runner from first? Griffey heads for the plate. And a relay home. And the Mets are going to walk home a winner.
Endings just don't get much better than this. Great job at the plate putting the ball in play, and then the runner at first does the rest. Stop at third? No way. Rounded third, flew home, and scored the game winner. My heart is still in my throat.
Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Well, I thought he did a real nice job on the mound, guys. He threw strikes and mixed his pitches really well, and in the end, his performance helped propel them to another victory.
Pitching and defense game 2-1 the final score this afternoon. New York claimed the victory despite being held to only 3 hits. Gio Gonzalez claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian. We all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game. For the victorious New York Mets, 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and they left 1 man on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 41 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon at Citi Field, 41,922. The Mets, thank you for